Today is Thursday, Parashat Acharei Kedoshim. In the second parasha that we'll read the Shabbat in Parashat Kedoshim, the pasuk reads, Betzedek tishpot amitecha. Betzedek, which means with righteousness, tishpot, you shall judge, amitecha, your fellow. And the plain meaning is, of course, to apply justice, to be impartial, not to have any prejudice against anyone, just to be all down the line in terms of to pursue justice. But there is another meaning also to this pasuk, which is to always judge people favorably, not to be judgmental and judge them in a negative way. And the Gemara in Masechet Shabbat, it brings a story about a person, Maaseh ve'adam echad she'arad migalil ha'elyon. Was once this person who came from the upper Galilee, ונזכר אצל בעל הבית בדרום 3 שנים, and he worked for someone in the south of Israel for 3 years. ערב יום הכיפורים, it was the eve of Yom Kippur, אמר לו, he told him, תן לי שכרי, ואשוב לבית ואזון את אשתי ובניי. Give me please my salary, for what I've worked for you, because I want to go back to my home and to feed my wife and my children. Amar lo, so the employer told his employee, En li maot, I don't have money. Amar, okay. He told him, fine, ten li perot, give me some fruits, give me maybe some of even the wheat, whatever harvest that you have. Amar lo en li, he told him, I don't have. Ten li karka, okay, so give me a piece of land. Enli, I don't have. Teli behema, give me some of your animals, maybe some of the donkeys, or maybe some of the cows or the sheep. Enli, I don't have. Tenli karim uksatot. Okay, so why don't you give me some bed sheets or karim, some pillows, something that I can have that has value that I can sell. Enli, I don't have. Ma'asa oto ish, what did this person do? He was not able to get his salary. So he got on his way and he went sad, he collected his salary, and he went back home. After the holiday, because after Kippur comes Sukkot, that employer took the full salary that person was supposed to get. And he took with him 3 donkeys that were laden, one with food, and one with liquor, or things to drink, liquids, and one with many clothing, pieces of clothing, and together, of course, he had the salary for that person. But aside from the salary, he brought him also some gifts of food, of drink, and clothing. And he went to that person who worked for him. They had a meal, they ate, they drank. He gave him his salary. Amalu, he told him, בשעה שאמרת לי, תן לי שכרי, ואמרתי לך, אין לי מה עוד במה חשדתני. When you asked me for your salary and I said I don't have money, what did you suspect me of? Amalo, he told him, Amarti, I said, I thought to myself, Shema parkematyan izdamna lecha bezol. Maybe you had a business deal that came available, and you used the money that you had, the cash money, to buy that very lucrative deal. In other words, something that was at a very special price. When I told you, okay, so when you told me give me some of your animals as payment, and I told you I don't have, what did you suspect me of? Amarlo, I told him, Chashavti, I thought to myself, Shema muskereti biyad achirim. Maybe you rented out your animals to someone and they were not available to you to give me. Okay, so when you told me, give me a piece of land, and I told you I don't have land, what did you suspect me of? Guy answers, Amarti, I said, Shema muhkeret hakarka be'ad acherim. Maybe you have rented out your fields to someone, and since they were already leased to someone, you couldn't give it to me. But you see, every time he told him, I don't have, that employee judged his boss favorably. He didn't say, well, this guy is telling me stories or suspecting him of anything that would be improper. But here, every time he says, I thought to myself that the land was leased to someone. When I told you I have no fruits or no harvest, what did you suspect me of? The other answers, I just thought that maybe they're not yet separated the Ma'aser and the Trumot that were given to the Levi and the Kohen. To the Kohen you give 2%, the Levi 10%, and maybe because you hadn't separated those yet, that food is not edible yet. When I told you I don't have any bedspreads, any pillows, anything that I could give you, what did you suspect me of? Amarti, the other guy answered, I said, maybe you had pledged all your assets to the Shamayim, to Hashem, to Beit HaMikdash. Maybe you had made a neder that you would give everything that belongs to you to Beit HaMikdash. Amar lo ba'al habayit. That employer told him, Kach ve'kach be'emet haya. It's exactly what it was. You had the right idea in mind. You judged me favorably at every turn, and that's exactly what it was. And even about giving all my assets to the Beit HaMikdash, hidarti et kol nechasai biglal holkenos beni shelo asak b'Torah. I made a pledge to give all my assets away to donation in order for my son, who he should learn Torah. And but when I came to my colleagues badarom in the south, they made hatarat nedarim. They nullified the neder, and therefore now I'm able to use those things to give you an anah. And you, kashem shedanta oti lechav zchut, and you the same way they judged me favorably. Also, Hashem should always judge you favorably. And this story illustrates a very important point, that all too often people suspect others of things that are negative or improper. The pasuk in the parasha, Betzedek tishpot amitecha, the story in Masechet Shabbat, and many places that our sages give us proper advice how to act in life. Always judge people favorably. That's also in Pirkei Avot. You could look at things and you could interpret it one way or another. Always interpret it positively. The cup is half full, not half empty. You see somebody doing something that's on the surface, looks not right, judge him favorably, because you never know, just like as in this story. You could imagine things, but actually, ultimately, the guy was justified in all these responses. And the person, the employee, really acted in the proper manner, not to suspect his boss of something that is wrong, but rather to find a way to justify lechav zchut in a positive manner, whatever that he saw, whatever he encountered. And this is one of the lessons from the parasha of this week. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.